Out of all the places you've been? Hawaii. Okay. What did you like about it?
Oh, the green and the ocean. I never did like the ocean, but anyway, the atmosphere.
Okay. Have you ever had a travel disaster? Like where the car broke down and you had, no, you never had that. Okay. Have you ridden on a bus?
Well, we rode on a bus back to Detroit.
Okay. How about a train?
Well, we took the train a time or two to Washington, D.C. Took it, got there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they hit a storm. They even had to side the train. They even had to bring another engine. But anyway, we were supposed to be there for Christmas morning, and gee, it was late. You guys had been up and been waiting for us, but anyway, we were late because they hit us through the Rockies. They had hit a real bad storm, and it had even derailed the engine. They had to even call and bring in another engine to...
Gee, I don't remember that. I remember going to Durango.
I can't...
Do you remember going to Durango on the train, and then we had to go backwards because there was a...
Well, we did go backwards out that same trip, yeah. But they had to go back in order to hook onto another engine.
Oh, so that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to hook onto another engine.
You ever been on a sailboat?
I can't hear.
Have you ever been on a sailboat?
No, not a sailboat. I've been down on a boat, but not on a sailboat.
What about a canoe? Have you ever been on a canoe?
Beg pardon?
A canoe. Have you been on a canoe?
Oh, I've been on a canoe with your dad before I was even married.
Well, I've never heard about this. Where did you go?
Oh, out New Salt Lake.
Oh, okay. You been on a cruise ship?
What?
Have you been on a cruise ship?
Yes, I've been on a cruise.
Talk about it. Where'd you go?
Well, we've been on it, I guess it was Canada? You went on it. It was Alaska.
There you go.
It was Alaska.
What did you like about that?
I won't ever forget the meals that you could go down and the top of the line, whatever order or whatever meal menu they had was the top of the line. And I would like to go back on another cruise.
Okay. Did you used to ride horses?
Yes, I had my own horse. My horse's name was June when I was home.
When you were home?
I used to ride the horse. We used to pull the cultivator to cultivate the potato. We had rows and rows of potatoes, and they had to be cultivated, but you had to ride. The only thing I can remember, the horse was a little bit balky that day, and my dad took a single tree. You don't know what a single tree, but it's like a club, and he clubbed a boy, and I was on the horse. And I thought, well, how stupid, but my dad lost his temper. My dad had a violent temper, and he had a temper. He stuck like, but I was on the horse. We were cultivating potatoes.
Did the horse move after that?
Well, of course, right there, jumping.
Did you stay on? Did you stay on the horse?
I stayed on, yes.
Wow, so you're at a bucking bronc, huh? Wow. You ever ridden in a wagon?
Yes, we used to ride in the wagon to go sleigh riding on Pole Canyon, what they call Pole Canyon. We used to have, young couples, married couples. We'd take the wagon and go up, take blankets and service them drinks and I'd go up Pole Canyon and go sleigh riding
Was this before you got married?
before I got married. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Ever been on a camel?
Big pardon.
Have you ever ridden on a camel?
I have sit on a camel, but I've never got to ride one. No.
Okay. Is there some place that you could imagine yourself moving permanently? Some place that you just really loved and that you felt at home?
Well, no, because Venice would like, there's a mobile home by Venice, and she wants me to sell my home and move there, but no, I'm content being right here in my own home. I don't care to move.
Okay. What are the most memorable meals or exotic foods that you've ever had?
Most memorable what?
Food. Memorable food.
On the cruise ship.
Okay. What kind?
I've never had food like we had on the cruise ship.
Okay. Are there any tourist places that you've never visited that you'd like to go to?
Well, one time I thought I would like to go to Sweden, but they tell me, I want to go to Denmark. And they said, no, you don't want to go to Denmark. You want to go to Sweden. Sweden is a lot prettier, but I thought one time that I would I'm not interested in genealogy, but that it would be fun to pick up some genealogy.
In Denmark, you mean, because that's where your family's from?
I can't hear you.
You'd want to go to Denmark because that's where your family came from?
Well, yeah, I had thought of one time, but I have changed. I'm content to just stay right here.
Okay. Who's your favorite traveling companions?
Well, I've never had a traveling companion, only your dad. I don't know that. I have gone with you and John, and that would be my favorite traveling companion would be John and Renee.
Okay. Why?
Because John is very good in planning things, and things he knew where to go and how to go and how to plan the trips. And he had a technique about planning his trips.
Is there any place you want to go?
Big part.
Is there any place that you want to go?
I said I'm content to just stay home.
You said when you filled this out, you said you wanted to go to Spain. Why Spain?
Oh, I don't know. I can see pictures on television. Nothing is just I dreamed.
Okay. All right. We're moving on. What, did anybody in your family earn a degree from college?
No.
Your mom and dad, how much education did they have?
I don't know. My dad finished high school. I don't know.
He did finish high school? Grandma didn't though, right? Because she got married.
No,
she got married early.
No.
Okay. Are you hoping that your grandchildren and your great grandchildren will get a college degree?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm always excited to know that they're going to college and they're getting their degrees.
Okay. Can you talk about your first experience when you went to school? Because we're talking about education in school right now. What is your earliest memory of going to school? What was it like? What was the school like?
Well, I imagine going to kindergarten in Santa Quinn.
And what was that like? Did you have a nap time during kindergarten like I did? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember anything at all about elementary school, like any of your teachers or anything you learned?
I don't remember.
Okay, so you don't remember any of your teachers.
Well,
Did you have a favorite teacher when you were in school?
oh, Howard Holiday.
Okay, talk about him. What was he like? Why did you like him?
Well, Howard was really a discipline, but anyway, I had a little trouble with math, and he would come and get me. He would get me from an assembly at school, and he'd take me into his where his room was, and he would help me with my math. But Howard Holiday taught me how to dance, but he was not that kind of a guy because he was very strict and very straight-laced, but he taught me how to dance.
I thought you said that your Uncle Ellis taught you how to dance.
Well, he did too. Yeah, I danced with Uncle Ellis too.
What was this that you said that you had dances at lunch hour?
I don't know.
Did you have
Forget
dance?
the whole thing. I don't care to do any more of it.
Okay, last question. You said that at school you had dances in the afternoon. Is that true?
We had dances at the noon hour.
At lunchtime?
What?
At lunchtime?
At lunchtime, yeah.
Every day?
Well, no, I think it was just a weekend.
So on a Friday or something?
I think so.
And Dad would come down to dance with you? Rex
Well,
would come down?
No, your dad did not come down and dance with me. Rex Howells did. Rex came from the AC from Logan, and I can remember he did when he first came down. Oh, good-looking guy, and he was a really, really good dancer. All the girls all liked him, and I thought, oh, I hope I get just one chance to dance with him. But anyway, I ended up going with Rex Howells.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so Dad, hold on.
I can't even remember who he was with, but he was with a motorcycle. Leonard Harris and another guy on a motorcycle. And they come into the school, but they knew that if they flipped something, rang the bell, that I would leave. I would leave go from that class to another class. They would change classes. But your dad thought that was real smart.
So he could see you?
I don't know, Renee. That's been too many years ago.
This was during the school day he did this. Dad came on a motorcycle?
I wasn't that impressed with your dad. I was involved with Rex Howells at that time. I didn't care two whoos for your dad at that time.
Well, so how did he woo you?
I don't know.
How did you change your mind? You eventually married him.
Well, I just went to the dance at Arrowhead, and I danced with your dad.
So is it when you started dancing with him at these other dances?
Well,
Okay.
established. Rick was going to school, and it was a struggle, and he didn't. I tried to decide what to take and how to. But anyway, your dad already had his job and worked at the post office was to make a living, and I guess that had some impression on my.
He was more established.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're with Rex. I would have had to probably helped him through school, and
Dad already had a job. Was Dad a good dancer?
I didn't hear you.
Was Dad a good dancer?
Yeah, your dad was a good dancer. Yeah.
As good as Rex?
Oh, Rex was a better dancer than your dad. We had a lot more fun. Of course, I went with your dad was tied up with the post office quite a bit, and I went along. And even your dad encouraged me to go with Rex.
He encouraged you?
You know, I mean, he didn't. I mean, he knew I went with him, but I've even got letters of. Well, if you haven't got a date with Rex, why? I'll come over Saturday. So it was.
So he knew about him.
I don't know, really. I don't know. That's all.
All right, today's July 18th, 2018. We're continuing on about travel and vacations. What was the longest vacation you ever took?
When I went back, he used to buy a car.
That was longer than any
Dad
trips?
bought a new car.
Yeah, you've already talked about that, but you haven't taken any longer trip than that? Okay.
I don't know. I went to California to visit Aunt Verona, but I stayed for a week.
Okay. Anything significant happen when you visited Aunt Verona?
Did what?
Anything happen when you visited her?
Oh, she found me a boyfriend. She wanted me to get away from Rex. In fact, that's what they sent me to California for, was to break it up with your dad.
Oh.
But anyway, she found me a great big wrestling big boyfriend, and oh, she knew I would just be so excited to be able to go with him. Aunt Ronald thought he was just a special guy, but he was a great big wrestling type of guy.
You didn't like him?
Big word.
You didn't like him?
Well, I guess I was in between two worlds. I was kind of waiting for your dad, and then anyway, it was just a break from. We had gone down to the ocean, and had gone out in the ocean, but.
You went out in the ocean, but you didn't swim.
Beg pardon?
You didn't know how to swim. How could you go out in the ocean?
I just go out. You just wait. You just roll your pants up, and you just wait. You didn't go out far enough to drown.
Oh. So you didn't wear a swimming suit?
Beg pardon?
You didn't wear a swimming suit? You just rolled up your pants? You didn't wear a swimming suit?
I can't remember that. Too many years ago.
Okay. Did you ever have any disasters when you were traveling?
Oh.
Like something bad happened when you were on a trip?
Oh, the only time I had any trouble was my dad was riding in a car that was mounted on a truck, and he honked hard, and I thought, oh, he just thinks I'm tired. But anyway, finally stopped, and he came and he said, I was driving all the cars off the road. I was taking too much of the road. And he said I was driving the cars off the road.
You ever taken a train trip?
We went to a train trip to Colorado a few times, me. When Aunt Vera lived in Colorado.
Oh. Ever been in a canoe? Have you ever been in a canoe?
Your dad owned a canoe.
Really? I didn't know that.
He painted it, and we used to go down to Utah Lake. And I think your mother would turn over her grave if she knew I was out in the canoe in the lake with your dad.
Huh. What? You haven't ever been in a sailboat, have you?
No.
How about a cruise ship?
What?
A cruise ship?
I've been on one cruise ship, but it was due to you and John, and it was on a Alaskan cruise ship.
Talk about it.
Oh, I can remember how much fun it was to go down and just be able to have Oh, the beautiful buffet. I have never seen food like they had on that cruise ship. And I looked forward to every meal. I almost hated to see a meal go by because it was so good.
Did you see anything special on the cruise ship when we stopped at port? What was your favorite port?
Oh, mostly your buffet, your big
Yeah, but we
course,
stopped at ports and we saw different things.
I can't remember.
Oh, you
I
remember?
love chicken fix anyway. Whenever they had chicken, I was always happy.
Yeah, I know you like chicken. Is there any place that you've traveled that you could imagine moving permanently to?
I,
Could you imagine moving anywhere that you've traveled and living there?
did I have any trouble?
No, I said, could you imagine living somewhere where you traveled? I mean, did you really like some place and you wanted to move there?
No, I didn't. I know. I lived in a little town of Santa Cruz, and it was pretty well limited.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you ever traveled to a place. Have you ever traveled to a place that you really liked?
No.
Okay. What's your most memorable meals or exotic foods when you were traveling?
I guess the meals on the cruise ship.
Well, were they exotic?
They always had the top of the order, no matter what it was. It was very well prepared at the top of the order.
Who've been your favorite traveling companions?
Well, I didn't have any traveling companions. I went with a member of the family, but I didn't, as far as a companion, I didn't have a companion.
Well, those are called companions. Who have you taken trips with that was most memorable?
Well, I took trips with the family. I didn't go with any.
Well, who did you go with?
Any family, no.
Who did you go with? Who were the people you went with?
Beg your pardon?
Who did you go with when you were traveling?
I went with family. Always.
Who?
Well, your dad, your grandpa, and your mother, your grandma. I went with her. We would go every week to Pace, and Mother would. I had an appointment to get my hair done in Pace, and we would take off and spend the day. And my dad was a hard worker, but anyway, she would take off and leave my dad, and we would go to Pace, and then usually end up going out to dinner, and I would get my hair done.
What trips have you gone on with family members besides the Alaskan?
What?
Where have you gone on trips? Where have you gone?
Oh, I used to go to Fish Lake. We used to go down the canyon, down to Bryce's, and the Zions, but that was almost the extent of our trip. We didn't have too many trips. I went on one main trip with your dad, with your grandpa, back east to Ancor, but we didn't have many.
Yeah, but I'm talking about over the course of your life. Where have you traveled?
Well, we would go to canyon.
No, I'm talking about after Dad died.
On lunch and go just up one of the canyons.
No, where have you traveled outside of the United States?
I don't know that I ever traveled.
You've gone to Hawaii. You've gone to Mexico. Come on, talk about those trips.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But
Can you talk a little bit about them? I'm looking for some details.
I went to Branson one trip with John and Renee, and they had a flood in Branson, and we had to move out of our motel. But anyway, they had some structural damage. But anyway, we had some nice time at Branson.
What was so special about Branson? What about the violinist?
Well, we got to go to shows. They had we could take our pick at whatever show we wanted to see. And we went to a lot of shows, nightclub shows.
What was your favorite?
I didn't have a favorite.
I thought you liked the violinist. Thought you liked the guy that played the violin.
I always wanted to go to Lawrenceville, and we did manage to go to get into Lawrenceville, but I enjoyed Lawrenceville.
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on to education. Do you remember any of your school teachers?
Oh, I used to have an Essie Higginson, and she used to keep me after class and help me with whatever we were doing. But I used to think she was kind of a all-day teacher, but she really helped me with my schooling. Her name was Essie Higginson.
She helping you with math? What was she helping you with? What did she help you with?
Oh, usually math. Usually my math. Math and geography.
Okay. Did you have a teacher you didn't like?
I had one teacher. His name was Howard Holliday, but I ended up almost loving him. He taught me, we used to have dances at noon, and he would come and get me, and he would teach me to dance, but he was such a disciplinarian. I almost hated him, and I almost hated when he'd come and ask me to, and I would dance, and he would show me how to dance. And even over the years, I look back and thank him for
teaching you how to dance?
For the influence that he had on my life.
He had a what? What did you say?
I was thankful for the influence that Howard Holliday had on my life.
Oh, okay. Did you have a teacher you didn't like?
Oh, I had one for math, and I almost hated to go to class because I didn't like him.
Why?
I don't remember why.
You just didn't like him. Okay. What did you do for lunch when you were at school? They didn't have school lunch, did they?
Well, we used to have a Luana Purcell, who was a Hawaiian, and I used to almost miss a lot of lunches because I would go in to and hear Luana used to play, just honky-tonk music, and so I go in and listen to Luana Purcell play the piano.
Why was she playing the piano at school?
I don't know. She was a talented musician.
Did you take a lunch to school or did you eat lunch at school?
Well, most of the time I took a lunch, but my mother was in charge of the school lunch at one time, and she would make, as when they first had the pressure cookers, and my mother would make a great big pressure cooker full of beans. We'd have chili, beans, and I remember Mother making rice, and Mother would she would take this to school for school lunch, but Mother used to help with the school lunch program.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. What were your best years in school?
Beg pardon?
What were your best? What were your best years in school?
Oh, probably one of the lower first grades.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I just felt like one of the crowd.
Okay. Did you have some challenges when you were in school?
Did I have challenges?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to take a history test and a arithmetic test. And
So you didn't like exams, you didn't like tests, huh?
did one.
You didn't like tests or exams? You didn't like them?
Well, I had a struggle with it, with some of the math problems, and I had a teacher that helped me with the math.
Okay. So was math the hardest subject for you?
Did one.
Was math the hardest subject?
Oh, math was hard, yeah.
What was the easiest? What was the easiest?
Beg pardon.
What was the easiest subject?
I don't know.
Did you earn any awards or certificates or medals or anything? Huh?
Did one.
Did you earn any awards or certificates, like competitions you were in?
I get that's part of it.
No, I said, did you earn any awards?
No, I got an award in spelling and English, but not in math.
What about music?
Math was not my best subject.
No, what about music? Didn't you compete in music?
What?
Didn't you compete in music?
I don't know today. That's too many.
Didn't
years
you have
ago.
competitions for playing the saxophone?
Well, I didn't have. The saxophone came along. I didn't have much competition. I played in a band, in a quartet, but I didn't have very much competition with the saxophone.
Were you in any extracurricular activities at school?
Did I do anything?
Did you do extra things besides school? Weren't you the drum majorette?
I can't. Renee, I can't remember. That's too many years ago.
Weren't you the drum majorette? Didn't you lead the band?
I was a drum major in junior high, and then went on to high school. Was a drum major in high school.
What did you have to do to be the drum majorette? Did you have to try out?
I had to learn to twirl a baton. Right now I can't. I don't think I can twirl a baton, but no, I did.
You twirled a baton. I didn't know that. Okay. When you were in school, what did you think your future would be?
What did I think of what?
What did you think your future was going to be? When you were in school, what did you see yourself doing?
I was naive. I didn't think of any future.
Okay. All right, we're moving on to values and beliefs. What do you have an early memory of learning right from wrong? Did you do something
No.
wrong and then you learned from
My
it?
dad was a regulator in teaching right and wrong, but I don't know that. I just grew up in a family where you had to do what was right.
Okay. What do you think is necessary to have a purposeful life? What do you think you should do to have purpose in your life?
Well, at least you have a goal, something to work toward, but I guess things come as they move along.
Okay. Do you think that your beliefs are shared by the people that you're surrounded by each day?
Did what?
Do you think that you are surrounded by people that have the same beliefs as you?
Oh, absolutely. I lived in a town where they all believed they were all LDS.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, there was a few Catholics, but mostly LDS.
Were you raised to have faith in your family? Were you taught to pray and go to do what was
Well,
right?
My mother, I guess, taught me to pray. I don't remember my dad pray, but my mother did.
When you were little, she helped you to pray?
Yeah, my mother did.
Okay. Have you seen values shifting as you've gotten older?
Have I seen one?
Have you seen that values have changed as you've gotten older?
Oh, I guess I didn't realize if there was a change. I didn't realize any changes.
You mean you don't notice that things are different now than when you were younger?
I don't remember.
Okay. What was the faith of your ancestors?
LDS.
And how did they influence you?
How did they what?
How did they have influenced you, your ancestors?
Well, my ancestors, most all of them were in the older generation, and grandma would sit and twirl her thumbs and tell stories of pioneer stories of things that happened to her when she was younger. But
Do you remember any of those stories?
beg pardon.
Do you remember any of those stories?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. What's your answer if somebody said, "Where did we come from?" What would you say? Where do you think we came from?
Well, a Danish ancestor on most of my side. Both my dad and mother were Danish.
Okay. Why are we here?
I don't know.
Where are we going to go after we die?
That's a good question.
What do you think shaped your beliefs throughout your life?
Oh, I think it had an influence with the friends I had, the boyfriends I would go with. I think it had a good influence. I mean, I felt that it was an influence.
Okay. Do you have any examples of people that you've looked up to that you've tried to follow?
Well,
Somebody that was kind of an idol for you?
I had usually junior high school students or teachers that were faithful in their religion and taught anyway a lot of exercise that they taught.
Okay. So we're moving on to the next subject, and it's convictions, like how you feel about things. Is there a motto or that you live by?
Michelle, Renee, this is too many years ago. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I know that time is really important to you, right?
Yeah,
So what do you feel about that?
Well, it's because I see my mother used to go to Payson to a doctor, and she would be in, but her appointment would be 3 o'clock, and she would be in the bathroom fixing her hair at 3 o'clock, and not even worry about taking off and meeting her appointment. And I think for that I made up my mind that I was never going to be late.
Okay. And what do you think about? What are your feelings about food?
What do I think about food?
Yeah. Food's really important to you. I know food's important to you.
Yeah, well.
Why is food so important?
Food is always important to you. What you have to eat, the way you handle it.
Okay. What did you do in your life? Did you volunteer to do something, like service-wise? What kind of service have you done over your life? Talk about the things that you did without getting paid. Didn't you say you did a war bond drive or something?
Did I do what?
A war bond drive during the World War II?
Well, that was after I got married.
Well, I don't understand what that is, so can you talk about it?
I did it for the Provo district. I did a war bond drive.
What did you have to do?
I had to even hire a baby, arrange for a babysitter in order for me to go on a war bond drive.
What's a war bond drive? I don't even know what it is. What is it?
Well, the government, when you did the drive, your brother would take a percentage.
So people donate money? People donate money, and then it goes to...
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do in the church? What kind of positions did you hold in the church?
Well, I used to be president of the class, and I taught music at one time.
Yeah, you were the primary chorister.
I was a primary chorister at one time.
What else? Weren't you in a Kiwanis club or Lions club? With Dad, weren't you in the JCs and the Kiwanis or the Lions club? Can you talk about that?
About what?
The clubs you've been in, Mother. JCs,
Well,
weren't you in JCs?
I belonged to a little club in school. It was this old girls club, but
Whoa, what did the all-girls club do?
I don't know. See what they did.
Weren't you in the JCs? Weren't you an officer? Weren't you an officer in the JCs? The JCs?
Well, yeah, your dad and I was in the JC. Yeah,
What is the JCs? I don't know what that is. What's the JCs?
It's a club here in Mapleton.
And what did you do? What were the activities?
I don't know. We arranged dances and arranged parties and
For the community?
big parties.
For the community? Is that what you were doing it for?
For the community, yeah.
Did you raise money for certain things?
Yeah, we raised money.
Weren't you in the Lions Club too?
Yeah, we were in the Lions Club.
What'd you do in the Lions Club?
We were just a member of the Lions Club. We did whatever they told us. We were not leaders in the Lions Club.
I know, but what did the Lions Club do? What are some of the things you did in the Lions Club? Like service-wise?
I don't know.
Didn't they collect glasses?
I've got pamphlets on the Lions Club, but
Okay. What are some of the things that you've seen with technology that's changed from when you were growing up? Like diseases that have been cured or other things that you've seen. Talk about the way it was when you were growing up and how it's different now.
well, I don't remember much changing in that line, but
Medically speaking,
I know that smoking was an ulterior motive. In fact, I wouldn't even go with boyfriends if they smoked, and so
how did you end up dating Dad then? He smoked.
Renee, too many years have passed. I can't remember what.
Why did you date Dad? He was a smoker.
Because your dad didn't smoke when when I went with him.
Oh, okay. So what has happened today, medically speaking? What do we have today that you didn't have when you were raising your kids?
I don't know what we've got today.
What about immunizations?
What about what?
What about immunizations? The things that have prevented diseases now that you didn't have when you were a little girl.
I don't know today.
Okay. Is there a political leader that you admire?
Is there a what?
Do you admire anybody in politics?
I didn't have much interest in politics. I left that to my mother and dad. I never did show any interest in the politics.
Do you now?
I don't even know.
Okay. Has there been a president that you really admired?
Well, I liked, what's his name? This just went out.
Bush?
No,
Reagan?
No.
Obama?
What was the one that just went out? The Negro, poor Negro.
That's Obama.
Obama.
You liked him?
I liked him. I
Why?
know some of my family doesn't, but I did. I liked.
Why did you like him?
I don't know. I just liked his standard, his personality.
Okay. Are there issues in the environment that you're concerned about?
What did?
In the world, are there problems in the world that you're worried about?
No, I didn't worry about any of the problems in the world. I was concerned about war, about my dad going to war, my brothers going to war, and I was concerned on that line.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move on. Holidays and traditions. This should be easier for you. What were some of your favorite holiday traditions from childhood? What did you do when you were a little girl that was a tradition that you just absolutely loved?
Oh, I used to enjoy Halloween. Uhu would fix a tub of apples, and she always made Halloween a special occasion, and I would leave the family and go across the street to take part with Uhu.
Did you have traditions at Christmas time in your family?
But
Did you have traditions at Christmas time in your family? Like, do you have a Christmas tree? I mean, talk about Christmas.
well, Mother used to always hang paper shapes across the front room, and Mother made sure I always had a doll, and
So you had a new doll every Christmas?
not every year, no. It was hard time. We had to get by.
You didn't have enough money to have a new doll every Christmas?
No, we didn't.
Did you have a Christmas tree every Christmas?
No.
Did you have a Christmas tree every Christmas?
Well, yes, we usually had a Christmas tree.
Did you go cut it yourself, or did you buy it at a lot?
It was just a grown Christmas tree. We'd go. Mother would go, and the brother would go and bring Christmas tree home.
They go cut it?
Yeah, they got their own tree.
Oh, okay. Dad used to open up a present the night before Christmas. Did you do that when you were growing up?
A lot of times opened our presents the night before Christmas. But usually Mother would have a dress for a dance or something for me to, when I would ready. So I didn't wait for Christmas.
Oh, she'd have you open it up because it was a new dress for a dance? She'd have you open it up early so you'd have a new dress for the dance?
I opened it before Christmas, yeah.
Okay. What traditions did you have that you continued when you became a mom?
We used to be a new mother, but
No, I'm talking about Christmas or holidays. Did you celebrate Valentine's Day when you were growing up? Did you make Valentines for people?
yeah,
Yes? Did you make Valentines?
well, we decorated Maltas so they'd have a box to put their Valentine. We made Valentine boxes and had Valentine parties.
Okay. In school?
Yeah,
You couldn't go to the store and buy Valentines, could you? Did you make your Valentines or did you buy them?
We usually made Valentines, yeah.
Okay. What about Easter? What'd you do for
Oh,
Easter?
My mother, we had a Jeep, a car, they called it a Jeep, and my mother would hook up the Jeep and we would pack a lunch and my mother would take my girlfriends and I in a group and we'd go down to Lincoln Beach for Easter. But we always, I don't remember my dad ever going. Mother would take us down and we would spend the day at Lincoln Beach.
What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
Oh, my mother always had a big spread for Thanksgiving. It was really quite important to her that we have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay. What was your favorite holiday? Out of all those things we've talked about, which one was your favorite? Did you have a favorite holiday when you were growing up?
Probably Halloween,
Okay, why?
because who made it special? A neighbor across the street. She always made sure that we celebrated Halloween.
Do you have a favorite holiday now? What's your favorite holiday now?
I don't have a favorite holiday now.
Okay. Did one or both of your parents sacrifice to make a holiday special? Did they give up some of the money they'd made, or did time, or what did they do to make holidays special for you?
Who did?
Your parents.
My mother and dad was not one to celebrate holidays.
Okay. Did you have one year where a holiday was really special because of a gift that you got, something special? What made it special that particular year? Did you get a special gift one year? You don't remember?
I don't know of anyone.
Have you had a treasured gift? Has anybody given you a gift that you just absolutely loved? No? You've never had a special gift?
I used to look for them, but the Christmas gifts that I got was usually from boyfriends.
Oh, so each one of them gave you a gift at Christmas time? What'd you usually get? Jewelry? What'd they give you?
Oh, I got boxes of chocolates and boxes of stationery and whatever.
What did Dad give you?
Well, his was mostly Valentine's. His was usually Valentine candy or
Did he give you any jewelry?
beg pardon.
Did he give you a ring when he proposed?
Yes, he gave me a ring, yeah.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I still have a diamond, yes.
That he gave you when you first got married?
Yes, I do.
Well, you'll have to show it to me. Okay. Have you had any special gifts throughout your life? Really special gifts that you remember? When somebody gave you something you really wanted or that you really appreciated?
I guess most of the time I would get a new dress for some formal, some dance they would have at school. And Mother would go down to a dress shop in Mason and make sure that she bought me beautiful formals.
Okay. Anything recently? Have you received a gift, like say within the last 10, 15 years that was really special that you treasure?
No.
No? Okay. Is there anything that you look forward to in the summertime? Over the years, what did you look forward to in the summer?
Well,
Like food that you prepared, places you went, trips you took?
yeah.
No?
Let's go and quit. Let it go, Renee. Forget it.
So you didn't look forward to anything?
I don't want to win anymore. I don't know this.
Did
That's
you?
in the past.
Okay, did you spend a lot of time in the summertime canning? Huh? In the summertime, did you spend a lot of time canning?
I spent a lot of time.
Canning. In the summertime, didn't you can a lot? Making jam, peaches.
Oh, well, I would help my mother.
What about when you got married? Didn't you spend a lot of time canning?
No.
What did you can?
I had a sister-in-law that she made sure that I knew how to put up fruit, bottle. Oh, she almost insisted on vegetables and,
Which sister-in-law? Who was this?
yeah,
Who?
Leora.
Oh, Aunt Leora encouraged you to can?
Aunt Leora. She always kept me on my toes.
What did you can with her? What did you do with her?
Oh, made jam. Usually made jam and bottled fruit.
Okay. And did she come to your house and help you?
She came to my house, yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of jam? Peach jam, apricot jam, all
Oh.
kinds of jam?
Mostly peach jam. That was, your dad at that time was his favorite, was peach jam. But, I made jellies. I made all kinds of jam.
You made beets too. I remember the smell of the beets. Doing beets? Oh, I hated beets. I even remember one time you made ketchup. Do you remember
Yeah.
making ketchup?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think right now, I'm throwing a lot of that ketchup away.
I'm sure you have. That was a long time ago.
But that was with the Carnesicas. They had me make ketchup.
Didn't you work up at the fruit shed, Mother?
What?
Didn't you work for Carnesicas at the fruit packing
No.
shed? What did you do?
On the conveyor belt.
What did you do?
Sort cherries. Just pull
Pull the bad ones off?
Pull the bad ones out, yeah.
How long did you do that?
Oh, every summer for 2 or 3 summers, yeah.
And weren't you good friends with Carnesicas? You and Dad?
Did I what?
Weren't you good friends with Carnesicas?
It was a Carnesica, yeah.
I said, were you good friends with the Carnesicas?
Yes, we even went partying together. We dated. We went out to dances and parties and all with the Carnesica. We were very close to the Carnesicas.
And didn't one of them take care of me when I was a little girl?
Would be Mary Carnesica.
She took care of me. She babysat for you. Wave Mygill. Why were you close friends with Wave Mygill?
Oh, Wade Michael was in the Lions Club, and your dad was an officer in the Lions Club, but he especially he did a lot of favors for us, but I can't remember why.
Wasn't he Ronnie's baseball coach?
He was Ronnie's baseball coach, yeah.
Okay. You have anything else you want to share?
No, but amen on it. He's right, amen.
It's July 20.
I don't want to answer anymore.
It's July 25th, 2018.